what do you think the future of practicing law is looking like in this post-pandemic?
Thank you. Yeah, I think Menaka is, so articulate. She's just so wonderfully articulate. And it's so wonderful to hear her. I think, we knew even before the pandemic, quite frankly, that, tech was going to be a very, very large part of our lives. We already started seeing it in some of these programs that we've been putting in to help with diligence and things like, which is a kind of an AI stuff. But the pandemic has, of course, accelerated it, and I think has made everybody far more comfortable with it. I think the younger lot is already very comfortable with technology, and the older lot, I mean, I personally, I consider myself reasonably tech savvy. So even in the older lot, but not quite that category. But I think the rest have had to learn very quickly. And, the courtroom side has been wonderful. I don't do litigation as such anymore. I have colleagues in other cities who handle matters, but it's been wonderful to tune in and attend these hearings in all over the country. I think one wonderful consequence of live streaming is you'll get a whole different cast of character actors playing to the gallery. I'm sure Menaka will tell you there are lots of guys in court who, after they think they made some wonderful point, and turn around to see if it has been appreciated. We've all met lots of counsel like that. Pompous gets half of them, but anyway. But so tech is going to be at the heart of everything, and even all the businesses are going to be, going to have tech at its very heart. So whether you talk about pharma, you talk about manufacturing, anything, it's all banking. I'm in finance. Everything is going to have tech at its heart. So it will be the driver. It's like it sits at the center of all. If you look at a diagram, it just will be the connector. And it will throw up its own challenges because, we know that, laws, it's moving so fast that our law and regulation is not, will struggle to catch up with it. And I was sort of listening to somebody the other day, on things on regulations and stuff like that. I think we have to have our regulations that will be enabling, that will enable taking into account the very rapid challenge, changes that are going to happen. Otherwise, you will just be, hitting barriers, and people, and how, things are legislated here. We don't follow, sadly, in most cases, a principles-based approach. We go for a rules-based approach. So you will get some bureaucrat who will tell you, show me where it is written, and this time is too fast for that, so I think it will sort of change the way we need to think about regulations. And I think, young lawyers who are, also at the forefront of some of these niche areas will also, play a very important part in, in helping shape that. We really, we need to be, because, the same old law is not going to cut it. I tell young people and our younger colleagues that you have to find a differentiator. Today, all of us, at least I grew up in a stage of very general practice. Okay, and I think it's wonderful. And I think it's something that all law students must do a stint of litigation at some point, It just gives you a different perspective. But that's not going to cut it. You need to value add, you need to show that you bring something different. There's so many lawyers out there today. It's so competitive. So, the way to, and then there's so much scope actually. There are so many sectors. There are sunrise sectors. There are sort of old economy being, looked at again, tech enabled. There's exciting stuff happening. And as, Minika says, that, one of the greatest things about law is that basically it holds your interest.
Yeah.
There's something new all the time. You're not in that same rut. If you were in a particular, corporate or dealing with a particular product or a set of products, you see everything. You see all types of industry. You see all shades of people. You get, different, different problems, and, you never thought of something, and, somebody will give you it's just the interaction with people, which is, which I hope, is not going to be replaced by too much tech, because, Zoom calls and all are fine, but you actually feed off, your colleagues, clients, sitting around a table. We've done this for this time. It's great. Technology, has been wonderful. It happened, let us say, it's a bad thing to happen, but it happened when, to some extent, the world was technologically prepared, and, it did not, we could get on with, our lives and doing, our work. So it is going to be, at the heart of everything, and very much here to stay, and, but it's great. You can make it your friend. It doesn't have to be your enemy. You can make it your friend.